the Range Rover. Don't get me wrong. For him to
But
move,
you said you bought that car.
sure, yeah, in a emotional because I felt like I was paying for it. He put a lump sum of a down payment, and I'm paying for it in car notes.
So you feel like the reason you guys have the lifestyle you have is not because of your husband making six figures. It's because of you thinking of diverse ways to be able to supplement income. And when he was out those 4 months not working and could have worked, you were implementing different ways while you were pregnant and while you were not pregnant to keep things going so that you guys don't have to live on six figures. Because living on six figures is really not a lot these days. Two
Thank
people
you.
make that,
Hello.
right? So
Yeah.
you do feel like underappreciated because you've mentioned that. I just want to feel appreciated when it comes to the effort that you give in the relationship.
Yeah, even like make a couple payments on a car note that I was appreciative for the Range Rover. I did not ask for it to begin with. For one, I was appreciative for it for
Mhm.
sure.
Mhm.
But for you to like stop working a month after you buy it from me and me to have to, yeah, like there's many reasons. So for him to
But you
move,
said you bought that car.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got something pretty good. We got a good sister, Rose. This is pretty much a sister we talked about a couple of days ago. This is a sister a lot of people are reporting on, right? And shout out to our big uncle, O'Shea Duke Jackson, because once again, I got this video from him. He is the one that's covering all of this stuff, right? He's the one that's covering all of this stuff. He's going in depth to it. And once again, I enjoy it, right? I appreciate that, brother. Thank you for it, right? Thank you for it. Because some of that content is just too, like, I can't, there's no way it could be on TikTok. I don't know how he find it. Maybe because it's other people that he has that's under him. They go out there and go find it. But it's just, like I said, it's mad wild that the sister has this kind of mindset, right? That, hey, it's never me, right? It's never me. I'm never the issue, but everybody else is the issue. And you see a lot of sisters who want to divest, who want to date outside of the relationship, not because, hey, well, you know what, black men are treating me bad, black men are this, black men are that. It's because, hey, well, I see black men doing better for themselves dating outside the race. I see black men going outside the race dating other women, right? Because of how we treat them. So, hey, guess what? Instead of making changes, right? Instead of looking in the mirror and say, you know what, as sisters, we should do a little bit better. We're just going to sit here and push a narrative that black men are just going over there to be sex tourists or whatever. Black men are just wanting to sit over here and, you know, not have no accountability, this, that, and the third. So you end up getting women who want to divest just off the strength of men wanting to divest. They don't divest for any good reasons. And it's not to say that a lot of your sisters who do date outside the race aren't dating for good reasons, because you do have some sisters who date, you know, outside of the race, may date a white man, may date a Hispanic man, just because, hey, me and this man just connected on a different level. It just is one of those situations. It just happened, right? But hey, it's not like I'm going out here to go look for this stuff, right? Because black men did this. But sadly, you have a lot of sisters who are monkey see, monkey do. But of course, what makes it even funnier is the comments, right? So let's go ahead and look at what this sister had to say about a sister like Rose, because when you look at this video, I'm gonna need y'all guys to watch her mannerisms, right? The last video I said, man, listen, right? Anybody can freaking come up and say that, hey, this sister got some issues, right? She literally has some issues that need to be worked with, that needs to be dealt with, that needs to be worked on. She has tons of those issues just off the strength of what she is providing to us. We're not going out of way to go look for it. She is providing it to us. She just happened to get big. So, hey, guess what? Now everybody has an opinion about how trash you're treating this man after you just sat here and said, you know what? Hey, here's the reason why I had to jump ship, because of my baby father, right? My baby father is the reason I jumped ship. So one bad black man that you chose to being laid down with, right, said, you know what, hey, that was enough for me to sit over here and divest into a whole new race of men. Even then, that still doesn't work. But once again, we're only reporting on things that she provides. Here's what a comment says. Well, this is when content creators need to research. What is it to research? Right? What is it to research? It's easy to say that, man. Once again, it's easy to say that when you're trying to get out of an argument. Well, you know what? You need to do your research, right? You need to do your research. You don't need to do your research on this woman because what does she do? What am I researching? right? What am I researching? She says that there was another YouTuber who was talking down and negative about Rose. Yes, we are entitled to opinions, but negative opinions are real. This other YouTuber was cyberbullying and Rose fell for the bait. Cyberbullying needs consequences for real. And once again, it's only cyberbullying. It's only an issue, right? When a man has something to say about a woman's lifestyle. How can you say it's an issue when once again she's putting it out there for us to talk about, right? At this point, what they're trying to do is just trying to say, hey man, look, let her live her life. That's what she is pretty much saying. Let her live her life and let her do whatever she wants to do. Okay, that's fine. You can do that, but don't sit over here and make your baby father look bad and say, hey, well, he's the reason why I'm jumping ship. But then you turn around and start doing the stuff that you do, right? If you don't want men to have opinions, right? If you don't want people to have opinions about your lifestyle, stop putting it on the internet. Let's go ahead and look at how Tasha K just thrashes her. But once again, I want y'all to see this sister's mannerisms, right? Because somehow, some way, this sister say it's cyberbullying. But once again, as I told you before, she is immature. She is a child. Right? She has a childlike mindset. She's a child raising other children. You're sitting over here talking about, your mother sleeping with your brother while your son is in the room. Where is the cyberbullying? Right? Maybe that's neglecting. Maybe that's neglectment of a child. Maybe that's what that is. But hey, when you have sisters who are like this, they won't ever see the big picture. They won't ever see the point of the messages. Because hey, guess what? I feel like you're disparaging my own sisters.
The Range Rover. Don't get me wrong. For him to
But
move,
you said you bought that car.
Sure, yeah. Emotional because I felt like I was paying for it. He put a lump sum of a down payment and I'm paying for it in car notes.
So you feel like the reason you guys have the lifestyle you have is not because of your husband making six figures. It's because of you thinking of diverse ways to be able to supplement income. And when he was out those 4 months not working and could have worked, you were implementing different ways while you were pregnant and while you were not pregnant to keep things going so that you guys don't have to live on six figures. Because living on six figures is really not a lot these days. Two people make that, right? So you do feel like underappreciated because you've mentioned that. I just want to feel appreciated when it comes to the effort that you give in the relationship.
Yeah, even like make a couple payments on a car note that I was appreciative for the Range Rover. I did not ask for it to begin with. For one, I was appreciative for it, for sure. But for you to like stop working a month after you buy it from me and me to have to, there's many reasons. So for him to
But you said you bought that car.
Sure, yeah. Emotional because I felt like I was paying for it. He put a lump sum of a down payment and I'm paying for it in car notes.
You ever played chess before?
No, what's up?
So on a chessboard.
Now, guys, right? Y'all see the sister's mannerisms. Just look at how she's holding a bottle and just sitting down. We can already tell that's a sister man who is just nonchalant, who does not care. It's a childlike mindset. How about you sit forward on the camera and actually have a dialogue instead of just sitting back? Well, yeah. And you see how, once again, Tasha K is just exposing her BS, right? You sat over here, you went on live, you had a big old argument, trashing this very man that, that you sat over here and said saved you. Right now, I doubt she said she saved him. But then again, I believe she does say it in this video. But you're sitting over here trying to trash the very man that you said, hey, he is awesome. There's a reason why I went over here to date this guy is because these black guys are this and that. But here you are still, once again, just being a sister man that is just undesirable. And people want to know why is this man still with you? How in the world is this man still with you, bro? Because once again, you can jump on the internet, hey, right? You see how she's trying to pretty much change the goalposts, right? You see how she's trying to pretty much change everybody's perspective. You see how she's just coming up with stuff, right? You see how she's pretty much trying to move the goalposts. Oh, well, you know what? Yeah, I understand, there's no way you can just, pay for my car, you know what I'm saying? And then just a week or a month later, you just stop working, right? So, you know, there's so much into it, right? Trying to put all the blame on him, right? Because you're going to have sisters who are so gullible, who's going to jump on the internet and say, well, she is right, though. Like, how can you pay for the car and then just stop paying for it? Like, there's no reason to even buy the girl the car in the first place. You're just showing how entitled you are. You're just proving other brothers' point as to why a lot of your sisters are just selfish and don't put forth anything. This sister does not put forth anything into that relationship. But guess what? She's the main one, man, that's over here doing these interviews, right? You don't ever see this man on any interviews, but you see this sister on interviews. Why? Because once again, she is the problem. She is the issue.
You know, you got the knights, you got the, you know, the priests, all them people, right? And then you got the king and the queen. Mm-hmm. The king never moves, right? But the queen, she moves around the board. Do you know why?
Why she move?
A lot of times they're trying to come take the king, but she protects the king and protects the castle by moving around and moving different pieces while he's the stable foundation. So I think, you know, these statistics that you're basing your relationship off of, and it's triggering a lot of things that you've kind of told yourself based on how you were taught when it comes to relationships. Baby, the king is always stable, but sometimes you may get under attack. And while he stays stable and doesn't move, and the queen moves around the board to protect everything financially, to make more money, to look out, to tell him who's trying to come get him.
I love that.
You know, what we need to do. And even sometimes she may have to have his back. And when you're in marriages, the queen moves around the house. She does more than what the king does. You do know that, right?
I love that. I do know that. I do know that. But like I said, I apologize, but I'm not like overly beating myself up the way that you got, not you, but like the internet would like me to. Like, I cannot believe I went through some shit. It is what it is.
No, it was just utterly disrespectful for you to disrespect your husband like that because you were going through what you were going through. I don't disrespect my husband publicly or privately. I just don't do it. I just don't do it. And I was raised by women who taught me never to do that because you don't let people know what's going on in your house. And I get that you guys make family content, but like that's a good way for women to be at your doorstep throwing at that man that you praising.
I agree. They're throwing it regardless, but I 100% agree. I'm 100% with you on that. I'm 100% with you on that. That is not a lie at all whatsoever. Absolutely. And I love the way you put that with the chess and the checkers. I like it.
Like I said, man, shout out to Tasha K, because we definitely better go ahead and watch the second video. But shout out to Tasha K because, hey, man, once again, we already know Tasha K got issues galore. But nothing she said in this video was wrong. So, like I said, man, you see how Tasha K is just breaking it down, and she's like, here is the reason why a king is the king. And here's the reason why a queen is a queen. You need to play your role. The sister don't know how to play her role because once again, she's very, 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 very immature. And like I said, mannerism says it all, right? She has a very childlike mindset. And if y'all see the issue she had with her mother, y'all will understand. Y'all will see the apple do not fall far from the tree, literally. Right, literally, if that saying was a person, or if that saying could manifest itself into a human being, right, it would be the mother and the daughter, right? It would literally be that mother and the daughter. But the fact that Tasha K just easily just exposed all of that and saying, well, hold on now, you're saying over here saying that, hey, the guy, you know, he paid for the vehicle, then all of a sudden he stopped. Then fast forward. Right now, I'm here and I'm telling you, hey, well, you know, I thought he was the one who paid for it. I thought it was your car. I thought you paid for it. Well, yeah. Once again, that's your child, right? That's your child. But Tasha K just exposed it, right? And that's what she needs to be doing, right? That's what she needs to be doing instead of sitting over here making up false lies. But you have, once again, just going back to the sister earlier saying that, hey, well, you know, how are you cyberbullying? Well, right? Why are you cyberbullying? Look at the sister mannerisms on the show. Look at some of the sisters' responses, right? Then let's go ahead and look at this video where right? Let's look at the second part of the video where she sits up here, man, right? Putting on her lip gloss or whatever. And once again, she comes with childlike responses, right? She comes with childlike responses. And you usually got to ask yourself, once again, how in the world are you able to get this man right here?
in a bucket mentality. I get it the most from women that look like me.
And there's also, I could lip gloss too. There's also, hold on. Yes, we lip gloss. And there's also statistic toxic Black wives and Black mothers as well too. You just threw the white king with the trash Black men. Because, you said, they Black men are trash statistically, and the white man that you put up, you threw him out there with them. So you taking it back?
That's what we're not going to do, though. Because I never said the Kings were trash. I never said that.
You taking it back?
The statistics are not okay. I didn't say it was trash. I never said that.
There's a lot of statistic bad, ratchet Black women, too.
Yeah, there are.
Okay. Yeah. And there's also
there are. Unfortunately, all the crab in a bucket mentality, I get it the most from women that look like me. Yes, there are.
And there's also, I could lip gloss too. There's also, hold on. Yes, we lip gloss. And there's also statistic toxic Black wives and Black mothers as well too. who are raising Black sons with a preference.
No, we're not raising Black sons with a preference. I don't speak about this is better or that's better in my household to my sons at all. At all. They don't. No.
You don't think they're gonna watch your videos one day?
No, I don't think they're gonna be interested to go back and watch stuff regarding I don't speak that much on race, Tasha. I really don't. Every video is not about race, honey child.
So Rose, you think you would have built the audience that you built without parading the biracial relationship in front of the world? You think that's why we think we was following you? I mean, you are a beautiful woman, don't get me wrong. Brett, in my opinion, he okay. I done seen white men that look better. I'm just saying. And I know that's your husband.
Girl, my man is fine.
Child.
My white savior, baby.
All I'm saying is, do you think personally we would have followed you had you would have not been race baiting?
Yeah, I do. I think I do.
What would we have followed? Tell us. What is it about you that
the Queen Rose? The Queen Rose. I'm just outspoken. I'm blunt. I'm real. I'm raw. I don't get on here like a lot of other social media influencers do and just perfect. I don't. I show y'all. And this was not my first time going crazy on people that follow me. They've been through the trenches with me. I bring people through the trenches of my real life with me, whatever it may be. So, yeah, I do. I'm a real person. I have personality. I'm not boring.
And Tasha K also brings up that the sister wants to bring up a lot of these statistics, right? I guess to kind of prove that Black men are the men that she say they are, right? The reason why she is moving on to a different set of men, to a different race of men. So, hey, yeah, let me use these statistics to show you that, hey, a lot of your Black men are broke. That's why I don't want to deal with them. Instead of just wanting to be with a Black man to grow, right? Because once again, not every man is going to be established. It seems like she just happened to stumble across a guy who's already established, and he was simple enough to sit over here and say, you know what? I don't mind, taking you as my wife. And now look at him. You are a white man, right? Of stature, who, in my opinion, looks to have money, right? He has to have money. And this is what you settle for. This is what you succumb to. This is what you are subjected to because this is what you chose. Because you thought the woman was going to be doing something, but she's not. She does not add no value to your life. She's going to put up statistics to show, oh, well, the Black men are this, the Black men are that. So this is why I divested. When once again, most of your men don't do half the things that she said Black men do. But because, hey, once again, she decides to pick the wrong guy. She wants to use that. This is what a lot of sisters do. They sit up here, they tell you, mind your business, let them date whoever they date. Then they date the guy, then they get upset because the guy does them dirty. Now, all of a sudden, they want to say, okay, well, Black men abroad are this. When Black men bring up statistics, when it comes down to sisters, right? When it comes down to sisterhood, right? When it comes down to the Black community with sisters, most of them are single mothers. Don't even have to use statistics, but when you look at You know, when you look at a lot of these comments that are female dominated by Black women, they are always trashing Black men, calling Black men dusty, calling Black men gay, calling Black men this, calling Black men that. And there are tons and tons of Black men who are still behind their sister, just off the strength of them pushing false narratives. And brothers are still willing to date that. Brothers are still willing to say, you know, hey, it is what it is. I'm still with my sisters. Because guess what? There are some sisters out there, man, who can do right by the man. There are some sisters who are not like this. So yeah, that sister once again want to use statistics to try to prove her point as to why she's dating outside of her race, as to why, you know, hey, you know, this is the reason why I had to get rid of that man. You got rid of the man because, hey, you know, he didn't want to be a good father. He's this, he's that, you know, yeah, really didn't even give a good reason. But now here you are over here with Big Show, and you're still coming up with the same issues, if not worse. I'm pretty sure that baby father is sitting in the background rolling laughing because he's like, man, dang, like now people are going to see what I mean. I guess this is just another form of accountability that this sister just cannot take. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe.